Yes. Welcome back to the FOH Podcast, y'all. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing good, brother. Doing good. How's everybody else?
I can't complain.
Hey, that's a song. That's a spiritual song.
Tonight we got Aaron in the building.
Yeah. That's what's up.
What's up, cousin?
Can't call it. You know what I'm saying? Had to come through, show some love, see what y'all about.
That's right. Hey, my peoples is in the building. Marcus. Hey, man, congratulations on the announcement. I'm happy for you, brother. Yeah, Marcus is getting married, y'all.
Woo!
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations and good luck.
I got taken off the streets.
She say Aaron is frozen.
I'm frozen?
Yeah, you frozen.
Let me see
It
what's
might be your
going on.
connection.
Yeah, check it out. What's up, Marcus? He says, thank you so much, y'all. If y'all new to the show, we definitely are broadcasting here on YouTube and Facebook and wherever you might see it. I don't know, you might see it on Twitter, but you can't interact with us there. We are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah.
That means it's real late on the East Coast.
Right.
Especially on Firewater Fridays. And Aaron, you're going to have to come back and join us for that one.
It's late over here. It's late.
Hollywood say, hey, fellas.
What's up, Hollywood?
Ashley hollering at people in the chat. Yeah, you know, we got a tradition here on the show that we like to, you know, give everybody an opportunity. Join us if you would like to. And then somebody going to have their ass thrown the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know how it go. But, you know, we do it in a kind way. As kind as you can possibly throw a motherfucker.
Right.
We'll get to that. Anybody got somebody on the top of their list before I, you know?
Yeah, I got our security department at my job, man. Because, you know, we got at my job, we got a badge in. And for some reason or another, they can't figure out the problem. But some people can't badge into the areas they need to get into. And they can't fix it. They don't know what the problem is. So I want to throw them the fuck out of here for not knowing what the fuck is going on.
Wow.
Rob, if y'all watching, stop.
Fuck out of here.
Come on here. Throw out your job.
Hey.
Co-workers.
All that.
It didn't originally go that way, but that's how it go now. So join the party.
Man.
I did want to holler at y'all about a few things, but we're going to start off the show with some trippy timeline. We can start here real quick, you know, break a little ice. DJ Academics said, I have to say he said it because that's where I got it from. So I don't know who else said it. But he said J. Cole waited 8 hours for a session with NBA YoungBoy. NBA YoungBoy claimed from what he said, because I don't know what the NBA YoungBoy said, but from what Academics said, NBA YoungBoy was going through some shit. He said he go through a lot of shit. I say, damn, he got a lot of kids and a lot of self-proclaimed babies mamas. You know what I'm saying? I think that's more than enough. But he got all beef and court cases and lawsuits and who knows what the hell else going on. So he just didn't show up. I don't think he would be a professional type person anyway to call and say, hey, J. Cole, man, I'm not feeling good tonight, man. I'm not.
All them kids sound like he on the wrong thing.
Right.
He just didn't show up.
He on time, but he on her.
So let me get this straight. So we got somebody that we can't understand that raps, and somebody we understand that know how to rap, and they're about to do a song together.
That's what was supposed to happen. Okay.
Oh,
but NBA YoungBoy didn't show up, right? I don't know. I feel like I asked my brother-in-law, you know what I'm saying, the other night, he was on the show for Motivation Monday. I asked him, like, who did he listen to? And he mentioned NBA YoungBoy, but the way that he mentioned NBA YoungBoy, it sparked my curiosity.
Okay.
Because he said, you can't pull up nowhere
and not be playing him.
And not be playing NBA YoungBoy. I'm learning, okay? I was asleep. I don't know.
Learning too. I got a question.
Okay.
What does NBA stand for? I don't.
Basketball.
I know that one. It stands for Never Broke Again.
Well, I disagree, because if you keep making children, that nigga gonna be broke again.
Okay.
Can't take care of them babies and baby mamas.
I'm sorry, the filter is off tonight. That nigga don't have enough money. I don't give a fuck what you say. That nigga not Jay-Z.
Enough kids to start a team.
Yeah,
Woo!
That nigga started up. Whoa. He started up an NBA team, my nigga. How many you need on the floor? How many you need on the floor for NBA court? He got it. And he got the backup.
Forward.
Yeah,
forward.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So
he got the bench.
Fuck what you talking about. Talking about never broke again, nigga. You lying, nigga. You about to. I'm gonna need you to wrap it up, strap it up, nigga. Tape it up, whatever the fuck you need to do, my brother.
You know what I felt like out of this whole thing? I felt like he truly missed, like a golden opportunity to, bridge that gap. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole, he does this. You know what I'm saying? He does this outside of music.
I'm trying to think of what that would even sound like. So it plays.
I don't know.
That episode of Charlie Brown with the teacher. And
yeah, exactly. Well, let me tell you what you will get. You will get lyrical mumble content.
You know what? Listen, I tell you something.
Yeah, see that look you got right there? Exactly. That's the look that you will get when you hear that song. Now, don't get me wrong.
Why? Hold up. Because look, the way I'm looking at it, with 21 Savage, right? 21 Savage.
Yeah.
I became, more interested in his music after I heard the song that he did with J. Cole. I thought that shit was crazy. I thought it was very creative, and it would have to be to bring two different styles like that together. You know what I'm saying? And 21 Savage got on J. Cole's vibe. He did his style. J. Cole did his style, but it made something special for me. I don't know how y'all.
But was it because of him or was it because of J. Cole?
But that's my point.
That's what I was about to say.
So you were actually interested in 21 Savage, or you interested in?
No, because what 21 Savage did with that vibe. Now, I can't compare 21 Savage to NBA YoungBoy. They're two whole different people. They're two whole different people. To be completely honest, I think he went through some different things. He was with Amber Rose, and everybody was like, "What in the world?" And he was, Amber Rose.
Isn't he one of the ones that allegedly has the herpes? Allegedly.
Look, my brother. Look, I'm gonna let you leave that man alone and his love bumps, okay? Leave that man love bumps alone, all right?
Baby D said, "Howdy, y'all. Howdy.
What's up, Baby D?"
Look,
I say, "Look, I like the shave. Look."
Thank you.
Hollywood says, "Welcome back, Luck. I thought you got muted."
Ooh.
Ashley's like too early. Ashley says he most definitely getting muted tonight.
I won my bet. You shouldn't even be talking on the show. Anyway,
look, back to what we were talking about.
My brother down here, look. If that man want to share his love bumps, you know what I'm saying, and people know he got love bumps, and they want to let him share those love bumps, whoo-wee.
So they bump the bitches bumping his music, and he bumping these bitches. That's what it sounds
like. Okay, my brother. Look. We do a lot of things on this show. We do a lot of things on this show. We're not gonna say bitches on this show tonight. We're not gonna say bitches on this show. Now we're gonna say everything else.
Why not?
We're gonna say everything else because honestly, as much as I hate how some women do, brother, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stoop to their level of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? But for these bum-ass, bumpy-ass niggas out here, yes, I will talk about them. So my brother, if they willing to share the love,
Here we go.
Look, I'm sorry. If I walk up to a woman and I say I got love bumps, and she know what love bumps is, and she still let me dig her out, love bumps and all, who am I to complain? Hey man, let that man live his life. Let him have babies and bumps and whatever the fuck he want to do.
I just want to get him off the radio because honestly, at this point, it's almost like what I'm noticing, because I'm not really big into the current rap, because to me they all sound alike. I mean, it's just the thing.
That's the vibe.
That's point.
And at some point it just becomes, you know how like you sit there on hold when you're waiting on the to pay your phone bill. You know, you hear it's just background noise.
Right.
Yeah. No, I feel
what I'm trying to get to is what is with this whole, because you got the NBA, you got the Y and something, and then
YBN.
What is?
I don't know that.
Look, okay, fuck it. But we're gonna start a crew up. ABCDEFD boys, you know what I'm saying? Something like, you know, fuck it. Exactly. Yeah, you know. Hey, you know, alphabet gang, alphabet gang. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna have a hat. I'm just gonna have a hat with all the alphabets on it. Fuck it.
Hey, that'll do it. I'm gonna have geometry on mine.
Can't name that.
Yeah, fuck it. You know,
triangles.
Fuck it. Hey, everybody using letters. We should just use fucking Chinese arithmetic. Fuck it.
Yeah, nobody said it. It is Wicked Wednesday, y'all. Now. And so get a little wicked. You know, we talk about
it. It's already there.
So, yeah, just like I said, there's no filters, buddy. The filter is gone. Like, if you thought you were going to use my mic before,
you tell me I can't say bitch.
well, see, there's a difference. There's a difference, brother. Okay, fuck it. All right, fuck it, brother. If you want to say bitch, go ahead, bro. I can't hold you back from the FOH podcast. We say what the fuck we want to say, you know, and we do what we do. And if we get muted or taken off the air, it's because 9 times out of 10, we said some bullshit that people didn't agree with. So, fuck it. Go ahead and say it, brother. Go ahead and say it.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Right.
It wouldn't be the last. So, I'm glad that you're on the show, because now somebody can mute your mic.
Oh, so you the one I heard about.
That's it.
Hey, what's up? Thank you, Marcus. Marcus has become a super on the show. We appreciate it.
Good looking. Did you know with 99 cents a day you could feed one of us?
There you go. You know what I'm saying? We won't.
No doubt. No doubt.
You gotta love it. So let me tell y'all something. As you know, we just passed 1,000 subscribers the other week, and so we have these nice little, trinkets. Ashley, thank you so very much.
Thanks, Ash.
Donations coming in, y'all.
Thank you very much, Miss Ashley. Thank you.
Do I got to take something off, or do we just keep moving?
Well, I'll tell you this. Marcus says, don't nobody agree with love bumps, okay? Nobody agrees. You say you got them.
Well, let me ask Marcus something. Let me ask the brother something, Mr. Marcus. If the lady knows, no matter how famous you are, that you got love bumps, and she's still willing to let you do some things with the love bumps, What is that? Is that just dumbing yourself down for it? Is that like playing like you don't know it exists, even though you know it exists? I mean, honestly, what is it?
Money is like beer goggles.
Yeah, exactly. So do I walk up today and say, hey, I don't have a love bump showing, so hey, let's fuck it, let's do it. Like, how does that work?
Money make a fat dude like he got a 6-pack. I'm telling you.
It's like
no, you're right. You're right, dude. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Look, I'm fat and my ribs is touching. See, so I already know. You know what I'm saying? I already know.
Upgraded his super sticker.
Dang!
Oh, shit.
You know
Oh man. What the fuck I'm talking about?
We appreciate
you. You have to bring that brother on the show, damn it.
Martin said she trifling too.
But that's the point that I'm making. That's the point that I'm making. See, like this brother said down here, money, man, makes motherfuckers blind to the fact. Because I'll be honest with you, brother, like I can get my face run over by a car. And I can walk in with the biggest chain dude and a fat wad of money, and she be like, he's the sexiest man alive with that rim in his face.
It is true.
True fact.
You know, so you're right. Money talk. You're right. Money talk, and herpes bump. I'm sorry. Money talk and bullshit walk. I'm sorry.
Well, the same difference.
Yeah.
They used to do these little videos on the internet where they had a dude pull up in the bucket. You ever seen that video? Dude pull up in the bucket, he go holler at the girls or whatever, and they like, nah, we ain't messing with you, you know. Or he'll walk down the street and he'll get a Lamborghini or some shit.
I've seen that shit.
You know, it is what it is. A lot of that shit is a hoax, but you know, art imitates reality. That's what it is.
So do you believe that J. Cole decided, because I'm trying to wrap my head around how a lyricist, for who I know him to be, from my home state, okay?
Absolutely.
45 minutes where I'm from. I've met the man, okay? I've been to Fayetteville quite a few times.
Yeah.
Nothing about that makes sense to me. So is it more of a, I'm trying to expand my horizons, reach a different demographic? Because to me,
I think J. Cole just likes that togetherness. I think he's just anti divisiveness. You know what I'm saying? And there is not about
divisiveness. It's about what makes sense.
Okay? I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It didn't make sense for him to do the interview, in my opinion. You know, with what's his name? Womp Womp. What's his name? You know, Gucci.
Gucci. I don't know. I ain't gonna even say what it really sounds like.
Lil Pimp.
You talking about Coochie Gang.
He did an interview with him, and it wasn't very, you know, it wasn't much of a conversation. It wasn't an interview, it was a conversation. It wasn't much of a conversation. He really didn't have a whole lot to say, but he was just trying to bridge the gap. That's what he kept saying, you know, because
I mean, but to me, lyrically, it's like having a nice filet mignon that you can cut with a spoon, serve with a side, cup of noodles.
Woo.
Cup of noodles. Filet mignon.
Yeah.
It's just
don't go there. Don't go.
Yeah, that's what it is, right? But Andre 3000 he spazzed out on songs that weren't, you know.
What possibly could you have your song? How is this work of art supposed to be portrayed when you have this artist over here? Who?
Let me ask you this: Did you like NBA YoungBoy Nicki Minaj? They did something together, didn't they?
But it makes sense because she like, I mean, she it makes sense. That to me doesn't.
So
make sense.
Did Kanye and Lil Pump make sense?
Well, let me see. One rapper is crazy, and the other one looks crazy. So I guess it works.
I'm about to say, does Kanye make sense?
Hey, we're gonna talk a little bit about that too in a second.
Well, I mean, look, let me tell you this about
Did you have something else on that, Big Luck? Continue if you need to.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Proceed, brother.
Well, my brother, I'm gonna say this much: if you get rich enough to get with a Kardashian, you might be a little insane too after a while.
Well, Kardashians are the breaker of people.
Yeah, that's that life. Your mama warned you about. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's that bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh man, look, my brother, I just think that you need to see a lot of therapists, a lot of drugs, and a lot of Jesus, and then you'll be able to handle a Kardashian.
Maybe so. I do. Hold up. I wanted to get to this flag on the play, y'all. But
No doubt.
I also want to talk about this other thing. But let me go ahead and start here, right? Because YG, the interview wasn't about it, but it just happened to, he felt like talking about the shit, But his record deal, right? He said it was, 10 years of hell, basically, because he didn't get anything from it was a moneyless deal. 10 years. He said every album that he put out, he didn't get any of it. He didn't get any money from it. To me, I'm like, oh yeah, that's about standard procedure, record deal for rappers. But that was his complaint, is that he didn't own any of his music. He never made any, money. I mean, what do you expect? I just figure what you get when you sign a deal, right? What you really get is the fame, possibly a network of people, and maybe even a few friends in high places, maybe some celebrities and stuff like that. That's all you really get out of your deal that opens you the opportunity to do other things once you are, done with music, at least with that company. You know what I'm saying? You've seen E40 and Snoop, come with, different businesses and shit like that. You Jay-Z, Ludacris, they all had companies, liquor, and, Nas, he had great investments. It's like, this is the kind of the byproduct of what they did in music, whether the deal paid them anything or not. And I think that's just how it goes. Luda got a whole film franchise, that he wouldn't have without the rap. 50 Cent.
It's literally like being signed to a business savvy mind would be more of a booster for you. These are people who could put me on the platform to where I need to be to get my name out there, to be seen by the public. And then when you sign to a label, the label's not an endless contract. The label or the contract is, you might have 4, 5, 6, or whatever your starting contract is. And basically, I feel like people stay in too long. They get so comfortable with having everybody else, the machine around them, handle everything for them, that they never even learn the business outside of, they never learn how to take care of the business. So when you have people like
I got you,
Ice Cube, and you have people like Snoop, and people have people like Jay, they get into the business, get their name out there, get that notoriety, get that platform, get their money, and then next thing they learn their business, and then they start their own business.
Yeah.
So when you have these people that just wants to sit there, basically in the machine, never-ending watch machine, just revolving over and over again.
Yeah.
And they're like
being in the drug game.
Yeah, it's like, what are you in it for? Because if you're in it for the fame, you got that. If you're in it for the money, homeboy, you're doing the wrong thing.
There it is.
Big Luck.
Is he frozen?
Big Luck, are you frozen over there?
But I can keep talking.
Those are all good points on the rip.
That's point.
It just becomes. The industry literally just becomes a revolving door after a certain amount of time, and the longer that you're in, I feel like the more you lose yourself in it. Get in it, do what you got to do, figure out how everything works, network,
Get your own.
and scoop, and then
It
start your
seems
own
like
situation, because now you know how it works. Now you got the connections. What else do you need?
when you have
You already
like
got the
these
following.
you have the juggernauts, right? You got the, like you said, the Jay-Z, you got the Diddy. They're different, you know, and they are much older and come from a lot more experience. But what I've seen with the younger guys, they do just that. They get in and they get out really fast. Who had one song, Riding Dirty,
Too fast.
Chameleon there, right?
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a serious question on this note. You said that man complained that he ain't got no money in 10 years. But when I watched the GQ interview
Thank you,
about him
Hollywood. Hollywood in the building, y'all. Super stickered up.
Batashi paid for something. Thank you.
Wouldn't say no good.
Look, so I watched the GQ interview where, you know, on the rocks where they show off all their jewelry. Now, YG was showing off like $1 million in jewelry and shit like that. So my point is, if you complaining that you ain't really got no money from your record deal, why the fuck are you spending all this so-called money on shit that's not necessary if you ain't making no money?
Because
I understand that, but I'm just saying is
it's about portraying a facade. I want people to want to be like me because it boosts my popularity. But at the end of the day, he ain't. More than likely, a lot of that stuff is either rented or it's loaned from the jeweler. In order to stay on top, and it's probably why he don't have any money, because it costs so much to keep up with the facade of I have the money, be like me, get like me. Then when it comes down to your necessities, you ain't got it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think a big portion of that is exactly what we've heard 50 Cent and a lot of other people say. Chance the Rapper is going out and said, hey, you know, between me and all my peers, I know we might all look different, but for the most part, none of us are making money like that from rap music, you know, unless you're seeing some endorsements. And even still, most of these artists have 360 deals.
And that extends
they get the endorsements taken away.
Well, see, this is the thing that don't make sense to me, because if rappers ain't making no money, then, and I hate to say it, and I hate to pull the race card, then you guys need to paint yourself white, because all these dudes like Macklemore and M, and you know what I'm saying, these brothers are not complaining about their deals, you know.
But
and then
but see, those type of artists are more internationally marketable.
Well, and this is the point I'm about to make. This is the point I'm about to make. Okay, I'm gonna go way off the subject as far as rappers, but let's look at Adele. Adele, you know what I'm saying? She makes money out the gate. Like, she don't even have to drop an album now, because her album sales go through the roof. She still sells physical copies.
Yeah.
You know, when's the last time you seen anybody sell a physical copy? That woman sold 5 million physical copies.
Yes.
5 million physical copies.
Yes.
Nobody is doing that now. Everybody's going off this streaming shit. So nobody's making no real money off of this streaming shit. So either it's rented, leased, but it's not owned, and you hear these dudes going broke in a matter of years after their deals is over with, because they deals suck.
Well, yeah, and it all comes down to the deal, because if you think back into even to the 90s. So I'm not as well versed on rappers as you guys may be, but if we look back, like Toni Braxton, she was at the top of the game, selling records worldwide, breaking records, Grammys, everything. Had to go, and she went broke, because at the end of the day, it was the deal. So everything that she basically, the gowns, the hotel stays, the jewelry, everything was coming out of the money. So I mean,
of course,
but those are different generations. So from then to now, there have been, because if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember the name of the actual organization, but there's like the music industry has become unionized, if I'm not mistaken, to the point where now artists are more protected from those slave deals.
Right.
So
most of these deals today are like management deals.
Pretty much.
Look.
So, and then with Adele, well, first of all, you have to understand Adele's not an American artist. So you have to start there. Adele already had a following over in Europe, all over Europe. She transitioned over into the Americans. So she's already international by just hitting here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
so
her
this,
label
this
there,
brings me to a new subject.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a moment. Back to the trippy timeline we have to go. Since we're talking about record sales, then we have to talk about, especially with females, Cardi B single Bodak Yellow just went certified diamond. So she's the first female rapper to do this. And there's been a lot of talk online about, you know, her celebration. Honestly, I think that's what it is. Because, I mean, what does it really mean to the audience? What does it really mean? You know, if you're not celebrating it, you really don't have no reason to hate it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't get that part. But this goes into what both of you guys are talking about. Because when you start to talk about, well, why does this person do this amount of numbers? This person can't do those numbers. This person can sell physical copies while these guys have a very difficult time getting there physically. You know, they talked about that with Kendrick Lamar. You know, Top Dog said he wasn't with the RIAA certified equivalency of platinum record. He wanted to physically do it because for them, it's not about numbers. For the industry, it's about numbers. The industry doesn't exist if it doesn't look good, you know, like how 50 Cent said about his career. So now you're talking about these individuals, right? Whole different thing for them. Small company, TDE, they got to see some money. You know what I'm saying? The numbers without the money, the streaming equivalency isn't producing the numbers. They've been talking about how artists aren't being paid enough. You know, my publishing, my royalties should be a whole lot more than it is because of the amount of people that's listening to the music and using the music, so on and so forth. But they can't pay higher for the independent artists to, you know, see that number that they really should be seeing for the streams that they're getting. Because then somebody like Cardi B, who, you know, a lot of her streams may have been generated from the dance videos and stuff like that on TikTok. It plays 5 seconds and repeats, and they get a gazillion views on each video. Everybody's joining the challenge, and it's not radio play. It's not a download. It's not a sale. You know what I'm saying? It's just a stream because artists deserve to be protected. So how does this work when you have this person, this artist like Cardi B, who got her start in social media clips from Vine, and now she's used that today? You see what I'm saying?
She was
to
smart.
Her advantage, right?
She was smart. She knew she had a plan, and she set out to do it. I don't know how well versed you guys are on reality TV, but I have indulged for a little bit there, maybe a couple of years ago. But basically, with Cardi B, it's a popular. With rap period, it's mostly a popularity contest. But with Cardi herself, you know, a lot of people like to compare her to Nicki Minaj. All right. So let's start from there. Okay. Cardi B, she puts herself out there as more relatable to the average person. Okay. She got her platform on TV. She got her following on TV. She started doing her music. She got out of reality TV, which is what we was talking about earlier when I said you do what you got to do and then you get out and move on to the next. So she took her following from reality TV into the music industry. So now she's starting the music industry, but she has her fans from reality TV. So that's already starting her on a level higher than a lot of the other artists because they just come out as an artist. So then she still has her social media. She puts out her Instagram and her little TikToks or whatever they do these days. Boost the popularity up. People are looking at her. She makes sure that you see her, even if it's not nothing but washing the dishes. So
and every stream counts.
And every stream counts. So when it comes down to it, people are more interested. So people are looking, people are streaming, people are watching. So I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, if you're going to be an artist, if you can't get there lyrically, you got to find another avenue. And she has said, and I'm not going to misquote her, but I'm going to loosely quote it.
Mm-hmm.
She said that I don't really, if I could get the money without rapping, then I wouldn't rap. But people want to hear what I'm going to rap about, so that's how I'm going to get paid.
Right. And so that, you know, it's a spit and a slap in the
Really?
face.
People want to hear what you rap about?
And they do. They do.
You know,
it's the new. It's
and
the
that's
new.
what
Not the fact that she looked like not the fact that she looked like a souped up Barbie doll.
Well,
Stripper. Well, yeah, think about it too. She's also pulling in the stripper culture with the rappers.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, that's true, baby.
Right now, the female rappers, you know, back in the days of like the Kim, the Foxies, the Jackie O's, the Queen Pins, you know, after the era of the yo-yos and them, you know, they would say things that were provocative, and it was something that was just like, wow. So nowadays, back then they were
bring it out.
You know, they'll do a couple of squats, they'll make a couple of
Hey, my brother.
Nowadays, you got to be a stripper, you got to be able to rap, you got to be able
Hey,
to
I don't know if there's something wrong with your connection, but you sound like the lady. You sound like the lady who got the mic to her throat.
Oh, that's probably it's probably dragging on your side.
Do I sound clear to everybody else?
Yeah,
You sound fine over here.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, you got a bad connection, Big Luck. You keep freezing.
So when it comes down to Cardi,
first it sounded like you swallowed. I keep freezing.
Yeah, you freezing, bro.
You froze on the wrong part. Oh, God.
What y'all be doing over there in California?
Flag on damn flag. Flag on the flag.
Man, big.
Hold up now. In 2018, I'm throwing the flag for the ex-CEO of Papa John's.
What?
He was in the news
I saw that
recently.
video.
Again?
I saw that video.
Okay, so you know the man. Hold up, let's get Big Luck back up in here before we proceed. Big Luck.
The ignorance of it all.
Yeah, I'm sorry, brother. Bad weather.
Hold on.
The internet is acting weird. I ain't gonna say the G word because you know that will mute. But yeah,
let me catch you up. Okay.
The internet is acting real G right now.
I know. Hold
so
on.
We're gonna start over when he says swallow.
Marcus says upgrade to Spectrum.
We picking up from swallow, or we gonna pick up from you?
Right. That's right. Throw a flag. I threw the flag now.
Man.
So let me get to the original flag I was throwing for the ex-CEO of Papa John's, who says that
Come on, P. Come on.
Let me run it back. Let me run it back.
I saw it too. I saw it. Go ahead and say it. See, I saw that too.
I know, but everybody didn't see it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, you know, the man, the ex-CEO, sat his ass on the peel and threw himself in the damn, you know, pizza damn oven.
What?
When the news hit that he used the N-word. Okay. He proclaimed that he wasn't racist, but he had to step down from his position. So he said, you know, he was gonna get the N-word out of his vocabulary, okay, and his dictionary. Because people was lying. So I guess he figured, he used the N-word. He used the N-word. He said that's not being racist. He treat everybody the same.
Come on now. Come on.
It's crazy because it's such a horrible excuse that it's not. This is him. This is not.
I don't just call black people N-words. I call the Asians that too.
Right.
Oh man, that's Papa John's CEO, ex-CEO.
And the way he delivered it was almost like he didn't know what he was saying.
Y'all saw the video.
I saw the video.
I saw that video.
I didn't get to see that one.
It's almost like he was defending himself, saying that the allegations are preposterous, but then follows it up with, I'm going to do my best to make sure that I remove the N-word out of my vocabulary, out of the dictionary.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like, didn't you just... No, wait.
That's what happened.
Are you not listening to yourself?
That's what happened. DJ and Ty.
Just plain stupidity. I didn't even see it, but that's just straight stupidity.
Big love.
I mean, it reminds me of Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I did not inhale.
Right. I inhale, but I never exhale.
I didn't exhale, right.
Big Luck, what do you think about the ex-CEO of Papa John saying, it took him 20 days, but he got it out of his vocabulary. No more N-word for him. But he's still not a racist.
I think he should play Russian roulette with a Uzi.
Marcus said, "Oh no,
that's about the dumbest shit." I think that's about the dumbest shit that I ever fucking heard. Really?
Was he singing a rap song? No. What happened was it was a conversation with I don't know if it was a board member or another employee, maybe a supervisor or something, about another employee in which he referred to. I don't know if it was a nigga or a nigger.
This is my thing. Look, I'm gonna hate to say this.
Either way.
And I'm gonna say this like this. For all you niggas who ate Papa John's, just know that y'all supported that man and his.
Marcus said Monica.
Whatever.
She took everything.
Y'all terrible.
Look, leave my girl Monica. Hey, if it wasn't for Monica Lewinsky, ain't nothing wrong with getting a little head behind the desk. Damn.
Oh my God. Ain't no fun. Ain't no fun. Ain't nothing wrong.
Ain't no fun. So, can't get none.
Speaking of things that might be wrong or might not be, Swiss and Tim, you might have heard, were both granted an untold equity stake in the the Triller company with the Verzuz because it's been acquired. They sold it. Okay, but all 43 of the performers also have a part in this stake. It's the first time something like this has ever happened. The mega producers Verzuz owner posted a statement saying this is a momentous occasion, not only for Verzuz and Triller, but the music business as a whole. It's something that we've been talking about on this episode. So Swiss also said, finally, something that the creative own officially. You know, they received major praise. I looked at the Instagram posts, a lot of, black fists and, people celebrating, celebrities and fans alike. I didn't see a whole lot of crazy shit, but I did see Tariq from Power spazzing out. He said Tim and Swiss Beats are sellouts. That's what he said. I guess he's looking at it like FUBU. I think it's a little different. If you really do your research and look into what actually is happening, because FUBU is acronym for us by us, if you're too young to know. And when they sold that shit, us said, fuck that. It's not by us anymore. So why would we buy it? All right. So I think Tariq might be looking at the situation like, yeah, every time we get some shit, we sell that shit. But I don't think that's what it is.
And this is the question I gotta ask.
Did you freeze?
Yep.
It looked like.
Uh-oh. He in the ice. I think that's why he was echoing.
Yeah, my nigga like a mannequin right now.
There you go. What do you think? Uh-oh. We're losing people. You know why? It's raining over here. We all in LA.
I thought it never rained in California.
No, they say it never rained.
Shit lies you tell.
They say. You gotta think the whole line. You can't just say it never rained. No, they say it never rains in Southern California.
What was you going to say, Lud?
All right, Marcus, we appreciate you.
Where do I start?
Thank you for stopping in, brother. Thank you for stopping in.
Yeah, we appreciate you, bro. Good looking.
And congratulations again.
All right. No doubt. Yeah. So, as I was saying, man, look, as far as them selling that, the company that bought it, Profit, is it a black-owned company that bought the Verzuz?
No. I do understand why you would ask that question and how that question may be very important. Because that goes with exactly what people are talking about. Absolutely. It's not. Triller.
Yes.
Like that phone app.
Okay. So technically you sold out.
Phone app Triller, yes. It's like I think they own TikTok.
Yeah. I seen that bullshit. Yeah, I seen that bullshit. Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think, Aaron? Do you feel like the move affects the culture in a negative way? Seemingly, we create these things, and
it's a really tough call because when you think of it really just depends on what the initial intentions were. So, for example, if we holding like the Verzuz down here, okay, and then we holding like BET here, right? I don't think that the Verzuz initially started to be an urban black thing. I think it started off to just be more of a, we all shut the hell up in the house. We want to hear some music. Let's do something so everybody can be entertained while they're in the house.
I got you.
Whereas like BET, like FUBU, it was created for us, by us.
That's what I'm saying.
So when you have like BET, they sell to a white CEO?
Yes. Yes.
That there is incendiary. I can understand how that would be a problem.
Right.
But when it comes to Verzuz just started off as just something that was supposed to be just plain out entertainment, and then Black people just carried it, and then all of a sudden it was, we just made it ours.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't the initial intent of that movement, then I don't see any problem with them selling it for whatever profit it is, because who's to say that they're not selling that for a profit to fund something else that they get ready to drop on us that is for us.
I mean, that's the hope. And honestly, I think like you were saying, the idea itself wasn't made to be that way. Now, it is great to have Black owners within the culture of what we do. But I think that's what Tim and Swiss are trying to say, is that as stakeholders, I think what they sold was more so an idea than anything.
Yeah.
Because when I watched the verses, they were all different. So it's
they
not
were
like
all very different.
Right? Some people is being ran by these singers, DJs, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I think people they might have helped, but it wasn't a platform in itself yet. So they didn't sell the platform. They sold the idea to a platform that might be able to make it,
and
what
it
they
started as a hugely promoted production. Like it wasn't this big production, because if you look at the first couple of verses, like with the one with Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, they was just like talking and just playing their own music on their own computers, and then they was like, okay, well, people are watching, let's find a way to monetize it. It turned into a business, and they carried it as a business.
Right.
So Black people came up with the idea. Black people worked it, but it wasn't just for Black entertainment. And then Black people sold it, and Black people had to come up. So I'm trying to understand where the problem is. Did we lose Steve?
What my question is it still Black owned? Like,
it's not.
I mean, think about it. BET hasn't been black owned, bro, in decades.
Right. Well, see, I don't know if were you here when I was doing the comparison?
That's the point.
Yeah, I did the comparison. Like, I can see the frustration and how it would be a sellout selling a platform like Black entertainment television to a white CEO. I can see that frustration. But when it comes to Verzuz, it was just entertainment, because we were in quarantine and people wanted something to watch. And it just so happened that it was Black artists that kind of came on, and we were mostly the ones that were watching. But I don't feel as though every time a Black person makes a business move,
I got you,
that it should be, oh, they're a sellout.
I think
and they got stuff they got to take care of too.
I think what people are looking for may not be there yet. I could be completely wrong, but I just haven't seen it. It's just one of those things. But I think, had there been something like a Triller owned, Black owned, then yes, that's what would have happened. But
let me make a quick point here.
It's kind of cookie cutter.
Look at it in the long run aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Things are starting to open back up. The reason Verzuz was such a big thing is because everybody was home. Now people aren't starting to be home, so maybe this is their chance to jump ship before they start
jump out.
You know what I mean? People are starting to go back out. People are like, these artists are starting to do their own shows on their own Instagram lives and stuff. So initially it was because everybody's home. Now clubs are starting to open back up. See, people are starting to go back.
Theaters open March 19th.
So it's almost like, let's go ahead and sell it, because we were getting a lot of viewers because people had nowhere to go. Now people are starting to go places, so we're not going to have that many viewers. So let's go ahead and sell it for the highest amount we can sell it for, and let them take the negative equity off of it that's going to happen to them.
Why not? That's it. It's a smart business move. That's why I said, from behind the scenes, it might appear like a FUBU move, but I don't think that's what it is.
I think it's a smart move.
Into the unknown.
I'm scared.
So, listen, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this. I haven't. But there are parts of it that interested me, you know. I saw Piers Morgan storm off of television and quit his job of being the biggest, loudest hater the world has ever seen.
We are in my territory with this one.
The way that this man lives, bruh, I just can't imagine that it has to like suck Kyle's ass, because how could you be like that sardonic, you know what I mean, and not get in your car and just stay that fucking way? I know he don't come off of that show and get this car and he be trying like, hey, I did a good show today. Nah, his shit.
He's a hurt. He's a hurt turkey. The guy Alex, his co-anchor Alex, ruffled his feathers and did it in such a way that I can do nothing but applaud. Because I don't know, I actually tuned in to the Good Morning Britain episode. I actually tuned into that. And I don't know if you guys ever, I don't know if you guys watched. It was about like maybe, it lasted probably like an hour.
Yeah.
And you guys can hear me okay, right?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. So it's I don't know how much you guys have followed it, but I'm not gonna dive too deep into it. So basically,
that was the warning sign.
He dived too deep into it.
So let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you what he was about to tell you.
Go ahead.
Before he get back.
Before time run out.
No, but okay, here he is. Give me a second here. There he is.
Welcome back.
I'm back. I don't know what happened.
We only got a few minutes.
All right.
Go ahead. Tell us what you.
So basically, he basically was taking the side of the Queen and the monarchy, but if over the past 2 years, he's been dragging Meghan Markle through and through and through. Well, come to find out, an interview popped up where everything started making sense. He went to the interview and basically said him and Meghan Markle actually went out on a date before. And she ended up getting a little too intoxicated.
Wow.
She got a little too intoxicated. He paid for her a cab ride home. Well, she ended up, sobering up a little bit during the cab ride and had him drop her off. Had the cab ride driver drop her off at a friend's party where she met Prince Harry. And it was, love at first sight. And they've been together ever since. And she never returned his calls and never, ever talked to him again. And he's been a sore pound puppy after that.
Right.
And it makes more sense. And there's literally, I watched the interview. He actually admitted it. So if you actually watch when Alex grilled him, if you pay attention, he kept saying, I understand that you have a personal connection to her and she cut you off, but that does not give you the right to come on here
every day. Piers,
drag her and talk about her. Take your feelings out of it. And he said, we come in here every day 6:30 to 7 and we have to hear you talk about her. Let's tell the real reason why you don't like her.
Whoa.
Piers!
Fuck out of here.
Now, let me ask y'all this. And thank you very much for that, Aaron. I did not know that.
You're welcome.
Goodness.
Right.
I
was just hearing bits and pieces, but man, when you break it down like that,
I never heard
that explains all the extraness why he was grilling so
right.
But
that's the thing, it's funny that you say that, because I was like, I don't even, people like that, I don't even say that's a racist. And it's funny because I didn't know that, but I just kept saying, nah, he's just a piece of shit.
He went on a date with her and then she ghosted him after she met Prince Harry the same night.
Yeah, everybody, but either way, what I wanted to get into is I don't know if y'all saw the interview. I've seen clips. I haven't had a chance to watch it. But with Meghan and
I saw it. Part 1.
Right. So in her confessional, she said there was concerns and conversations about how dark the baby's skin might be when he was born. She said she dealt with thoughts of suicide. It's heavy. I mean, it's Oprah, but it's let me put it like this. It reminds me of like
Princess Diana.
Like that too. That too. But it's like, what would you expect, right? Where this black woman going into the royal family. I would expect for it to be this hell like nothing ever experienced, right? It's like, I mean, it's like that even in poor families, you know, dealing, you know, dating is still a far, you know, it's far from where it should be right now. You know what I'm saying? So I could imagine going into the royal family that it would have this kind of heat, but
meanwhile, they got the Andrew over here that's been going to Pleasure Island with what's his name, but they ain't saying nothing about that.
Right.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Right in the family.
They're literally the product of inbred cousins. Their ancestors were cousins that married.
Wow.
It's a horror movie that she went into.
Get out.
But it's like you know, like if you're gonna go and watch a horror movie, you know it's gonna have some horrific shit in it, right? You seen trailers, so you kind of expect a certain thing. But it's like until you actually see the human caterpillar itself,
not necessarily
you realize how disgusting this shit could get.
Not necessarily. It might not have been able to be seen only because if you think about how the monarchy is and how it acts, the royal family works.
I mean, for her, she witnessed it first person.
She was never in line to be the head of anything.
Right.
You know how many people have to die before Harry actually would. So for her, she was just there sipping tea, crumpets and shit, you know, and then boom, she's the people's choice. Just like Princess Diana. It's like they don't like it when you're your own person and people like you outside of the royal family. And she was already a celebrity before she came in.
Right.
So now there's this whole disdain between her and Kate, who's actually in line to be queen. So now we have to find a way to tear her down, which I can see her being blindsided by that. I didn't know that I was gonna come up in this month and people was gonna like me.
Right.
You know, I'm just doing me and people like me. Shit. I mean, I can't judge. Don't be mad. Don't hate the player, hate the game. But, you know, that's the U.S. way of thinking. But you also got to think about how the UK already turns its nose up at us already.
Absolutely.
They told the girl that they told her that the baby won't gonna be able to have security, and they also told her that she should keep acting because they don't have enough of a budget to carry her. So she should continue to act so she can afford her own security for her and the baby.
Wow.
That was a thing that was actually said.
Ooh.
And congratulations to them because they're also having a baby girl.
Yeah. Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations on that. That's dope.
So basically, she's a nigga in the royal family, and they pretty much can't stand her in the background.
To be correct,
I wonder how many late night conversations they had with the lights off, and how many niggas they called that woman.
Well, to be correct, because we are on a social media platform, and I do want to make sure I quote correctly. Prince Harry is the person who actually said that the conversation was had, but he also followed it up with, it was not said by Her Majesty the Queen or his grandfather William. Right. So he said it wasn't those two people. No. So we want to make sure we clear that up as well to be correct. So that leaves.
Okay.
It's true. But you know what? I would never have expected the Queen to even be a part of any of that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why for me,
but that's the point.
When it came to Piers, right? His whole attitude, his cover up was that I'm not going to allow anybody to disrespect the Queen. And it was like, nah, ain't nobody even talking about the Queen.
You got to think about it. It started sounding more personal, didn't it?
Right.
Now we know why. And when you guys have a chance, Look up that interview where he said
Yeah.
We are definitely carrying this into our Firewater Friday. We are over time. But at least we got a chance to go into the unknown just for a moment. And we shall return. I don't know what it is we might have missed that might be in the headline, you know. Be mad. I don't know. I you know, we do our best. You know, we hope y'all had a good time. Take cabin fever, you know what I'm saying? And enjoy the show.
Thanks for liking my cup.
Ooh.
I'm drinking water like I ain't got a cup of rum over here, so I'm just trying to look good for y'all.
No, it's all good. I poured my water in my cup.
Yeah, that's what I had in my cup.
If I know that we needed mugs, I would have brought mine out the cabin.
Well, don't feel bad. I got my Friday. Cup of water too.
Firewater Friday. Have your shot glass,
your
mug, or your favorite cup, or whatever it is.
You got.
We are definitely
your favorite bottle.
Gonna turn up like you don't ever see nowhere else on the internet. The last episode was 5 hours and a half. We are not doing that again. Aaron, that would mean it would be 9 a.m. or some shit when we ended 8:30 a.m. around that time.
Hell, by that time, if it's Firewater Friday, you're gonna see me start to lean slowly this way. Have me up here with the Forrest Whitaker going on. First of all.
So, you know, it's all love, y'all. And, you know, see all of y'all Firewater Friday. Thanks for joining us. Now, get the fuck out of here.